Welcome back. Episode 10 of A Day in the Life of a Cowboy Fan, right? Day in the Life of a Cowboy Fan. Playoff time is here. And we got our playoff game versus the Packers this Sunday. But first things first, breaking news of the NFL. The All-Pro team, All-Pro selections, both first team and second team was released. Now for the first team, only 3 players were unanimously selected, which was total BS. But we'll get to that later. Let's name the 3 players who were unanimous of making All-Pro, received all 50 votes. They were Christian McCaffrey, running back 49ers, rightfully so. Christian McCaffrey should win MVP, but the voters never really vote a non-quarterback, whatever. So CMC, first guy. Tyreek Hill, unanimous. Tyreek Hill was killing this year for the Dolphins. He was on pace to get 2,000 receiving yards. He got hurt, so he didn't get the record. But he had one heck of a season and deserved first team All-Pro. And Fred Warner, the quarterback of the defense of the 49ers. Fred Warner is awesome. Unanimous? I guess I can't really name too many other linebackers out there that's doing that to the level of Fred Warner. Roquan for the Baltimore Ravens, he's pretty good. Micah Parsons, but he's more of an edge guy. But yeah, those were the only unanimous players that make first team All-Pro. And I think that's disrespectful, right? Now, 9 Cowboy players made an All-Pro team. For the first team, All-Cowboy, All-Pro team, we got CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb should have been unanimous. Come on. CeeDee Lamb led the NFL in yak yards at the reception. He put in the most work after catching the ball. CeeDee Lamb was second in the NFL in yards, first in receiving. He broke his own franchise's records for receptions, yards, and I think touchdowns. CeeDee Lamb put in work. Without CeeDee Lamb, the Cowboys might be a 7th seed in the playoffs. Maybe not even make the playoffs. Right? So CeeDee Lamb received 49 votes of the possible 50. I guarantee you that one person is an Eagle fan. Hater. Ain't no in the world CeeDee Lamb should receive only 49 votes out of the 50. But that's besides the point. Congrats to CeeDee Lamb, his first All-Pro team, his 4th year in the league. Sky's the limit. Next guy, Zack Martin. I think this is Zack Martin's 7th All-Pro team in his career. Zack Martin is the best right guard in NFL history. I don't care who you gonna name. Drop names in the comments. He ain't better than Zack Martin. So Zack Martin, rightfully deserved. DaRon Bland led the NFL in interceptions. Of course he was going to make it. Now, I'm a strong believer that he's still our second, maybe third best corner on the Dallas Cowboys because I still like Gilmore. You can't forget Diggs. But DaRon Bland was killing it this year. First team All-Pro. He received the most votes out of all cornerbacks in the NFL. It was surprising to see Sauce Gardner, who also made first team All-Pro, but that's a different story, a different argument for a different story for a different day. And then, of course, our man, Brandon Aubrey, rookie kicker. We came out the gutter when it came to our kicking game. Brandon Aubrey, first team All-Pro. Y'all Cowboy fans, do you remember our kicker last year? Our situation last year? They have a first team All-Pro kicker now, and we came from that? Hey, we're blessed. So 4 guys out of the Dallas Cowboys made first team All-Pro. CD, Zack Martin, DaRon Bland, and Brandon Aubrey. Now you may be thinking, not just Cowboy fans, NFL fans. They're forgetting one person, maybe 2 people. Yes, Micah Parsons made second team All-Pro. Not first, second team. Are you kidding me? Who votes for these things? That's a disgrace. How does Micah Parsons not get first team All-Pro? Let's look at it. He received 22 votes for All-Pro. Only 22 out of a possible 50. You know who did make first team All-Pro ahead of him? Myles Garrett, rightfully so, and TJ Watt. TJ Watt is not better than Micah Parsons. There's no way in the world you telling me TJ Watt should have been on first team ahead of Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons led the NFL in pressures, 103. hurries, 69. He finished second in win rate at a 27.5%. And he was the most double team in the NFL. But he don't get first team All-Pro? That goes to show you one thing. AP voters didn't care. They don't care. They don't know what they're looking at. 8 of the possible 50 voters left off Parsons off their ballot entirely. Haters. That goes to show you that AP voters, when it comes to the edge position, they only think about one thing, sacks. And it's not about that. There's no way in the world Micah Parsons should have been second team All-Pro, not first. Disgrace. But I tell you one thing, thank you for doing that. We, as a Cowboy Nation, we thank you, because guess what? He's hungry now. He's hungry. Y'all woke up the lion. Thank you. Next year, leave them all first and second team so we can win back-to-back Super Bowls. Now that that's over, second team All-Pros, Dallas Cowboy players, Micah Parsons, Tyron Smith, still holding it down. I think that's his 5th time being selected to an All-Pro team. Brian Anger, our punter, rightfully so. Brian Anger is a game changer. And Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott finally got his first time making an All-Pro team. Woo-hoo-hoo. Let that sink in. Last year, everybody said Dak Prescott wasn't that guy. He was a scrub. Now look at us, All-Pro. I got one question for 30 teams out there in the NFL. Is your quarterback All-Pro? Because mine is. Is yours? Answer the question. Go ahead and go in comment section below. Is your quarterback All-Pro? Because ours is. And he should have been first team All-Pro. You understand? Dak Prescott should be the MVP. He's not going to win it, but he should. The number speaks for itself. Dak Prescott has been the most accurate quarterback in the NFL this year. He leads the NFL in touchdowns. He's top 3 in yards. He's probably top 5 in quarterback completion percentage. But they gave it to Lamar, and I ain't hating on Lamar. Because that Baltimore Ravens team is scary. They're definitely making it into the Super Bowl out of the AFC. But come on, dog. What more do you have to do to win, to get first team All-Pro than have a season like Dak Prescott amongst the other quarterbacks in the NFL? Come on, dog. But yeah, man, I just want to say congratulations to all the players who made each All-Pro team, whether it's first or second, especially to my Cowboys, man. We had 9 players make an All-Pro team. That's a successful team right there. But none of that really matters. The only thing that matters is what you do in the postseason, and if you win and walk away with that ring. So yes, congrats to those 9 guys, but yo, we still got business to take care of. We got to win. No first round exit, no second round exit, no conference championship. We want the Super Bowl, man. So we got things to do. But that leads me to my next segment, right? So a guy by the name of Ryan Ocho, who covers the Dallas Cowboys, and he's the manager of the Blogging the Boys blogs. If you're a Dallas Cowboy fan, you know that blog. They always have podcasts, nice articles and everything. And he's the leader of it. He tweeted out, who are the 5 players you trust most within the Dallas Cowboys entering the playoffs? And his 5, in order, number 1, he got Dak Prescott. Number 2, he has CD. Number 3, he has Mike McCarthy. Number 4, he has Micah Parsons. And 5, DeMarcus Lawrence. Now, this is a good list. Mike McCarthy snuck in there, right? But Dak Prescott is good. CD good. Parsons good. Lawrence good. Now, for me personally, my top 5 Dallas Cowboys who I trust entering the playoffs, who I know is going to do their assignment and do everything possible for us to win the game in order. Number 1, Zack Martin. I know Zack Martin is he's going to protect his quarterback. And if somebody try to give a late hit or rough up Dak, he's going to get in their grill. Zack Martin by far is flawless. And I trust him the most. Number 2, I'm going to DeMarcus Lawrence. DeMarcus Lawrence is going to do his thing. He already got interviewed about Aaron Jones. We'll get into that later. He said DeMarcus Lawrence is playing as well, not just Aaron Jones. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's awesome in the run game. Awesome. and he's sneaky good in the pass game. He'll get a sack or rush the quarterback or rough him up. I believe in DeMarcus Lawrence. He's number 2. Number 3, obviously, Micah Parsons. The only reason why Micah Parsons isn't 1 or 2, because that'd be a cliche answer, 1. And 2, he gets triple teamed. So sometimes he can't affect the game numbers-wise, but he can affect the game if you know football-wise. So number 3, I got Micah Parsons. Number 4, I got CeeDee Lamb. Given the opportunity, getting the target, CeeDee Lamb is going to make things happen. Only reason why CeeDee Lamb isn't higher on my list is because every once in a while, he'll have a little drop that, should have caught it. Or he might fumble the ball on the 1 yard line when we should have scored. But him having the season he had and the talent that he is, he can have those mistakes and still make my top 5. That's just making him not inside the top 2. So CeeDee Lamb is number 4. And number 5, my number 5 player is not going to be Mike McCarthy because sometimes his time management is not good. Do I want to put Dak in my top 5 of most trustworthy players? As of late, I will put Dak. As of late. Some names I'm thinking of is Dak Prescott and Brandon Aubrey. Because Brandon Aubrey is money. Even though he missed his first field goal against Washington and then another one got blocked, I still have all the trust in the world in Brandon Aubrey. But you know what? I'm going Dak at number 5. Dak got us. This is his year. Dak Prescott has us. This is his year. I got Dak in my top 5. You're a Cowboy fan, comment below your top 5 trusted players headed into the playoff. If you're not a Dallas Cowboy fan, if you're a Packers fan or a Chiefs fan or an Eagles fan, comment below your top 5 trusted players of your favorite team headed into the playoff that you know is going to help you win the game. So, the next thing I want to talk about before we get into our game day predictions, the Packers. Obviously, the Packers. Now, it's no secret, right? Last 10 times we played the Packers, they beat us 9. It's facts. It is what it is. They got Aaron Jones, the Cowboy killer. The last 3 games he had against the Cowboys, he had 370 rushing yards and 6 touchdowns. Yeah, Cowboy killer. Right? Means nothing. Not to me. That doesn't scare me. I'm telling you. The only reason why we're 1-9, that sounds crazy. Hold on. The only reason why we're 1-9 against the Packers is because of Aaron Rodgers, man. Even though there were some other quarterbacks who beat us, but nah. It's something against Aaron Rodgers that the Cowboys couldn't get over. Thankfully, he's not on the Packers anymore. But I don't care about the 1-9 record. I don't care about I don't care about Aaron Jones. I don't care about how hot this team has looked at the second half of the season. And if you watch one of my previous YouTube shorts or TikToks, I went through their schedule and said they only played these teams. They barely beat these teams. They lost to these teams. Yeah, I left out some key opponents that y'all beat. Yeah, y'all beat the Chiefs or whoever it was. Y'all beat the Lions barely. I understand that. Yeah, I left them out. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I left them out. What I'm supposed to do? Name y'all good wins and make y'all look even like a better opponent? No, I ain't doing that. But guess what? We still won't win. And there's one thing that has been making me severely mad. It seems like the media, YouTubers, Twitter, whatever you want to, it seems like everybody is giving the Packers an out. They're making it a lose-lose for the Cowboys. They're saying the Cowboys win, they're supposed to win. If they lose, they lost to the youngest team that who weren't supposed to be there. Hold up. Hold the narrative. Because that's one thing, y'all can say anything y'all want, but when y'all start giving a team an excuse to lose, like, yo, we're not supposed to be here because we're the youngest team, I ain't hearing it. Because guess what? Yeah, the Packers is the youngest team in the NFL. Guess who's the second youngest? Come on, you got Google. You got phones. Who's the second youngest team in the NFL? If the Packers is first and y'all giving them an excuse for being the youngest, you know who the second youngest team is? Us. So being the youngest team, you Google it. Google it. Google the youngest team heading into the playoffs. Packers is one, Cowboys is second. So I don't want to hear, no, they're the youngest team, this, that, and the third. I don't want to hear it. We're the second youngest team. It's young on young. Young versus young. What are we talking about? So what's the next excuse they're going to give us? Come on, let me know. That's the one thing I keep hearing. Packers should lose because they're the youngest team. Cowboys should win because the Packers are young. We're young too. I'm not making this up. So, are the Packers a good team? Yes. Are the Packers rolling as of late? Yes. The Packers have good pieces. They got 3 legit receivers. They got a young quarterback who's up and coming. I like their defense. They got Jair Alexander, nice corner on the outside. They got Rashawn Gary, nice little edge rusher. But guess what? We got players too. And whatever you may think about the Cowboys, we're a narrative you keep telling yourself, we got dogs. Y'all keep saying we got Dak, and Dak is not good in the playoffs. Dak killed Tampa Bay last year. Put Tom Brady in retirement. Y'all forgot that. Y'all must have already forgot who CeeDee Lamb is. They got to cover CeeDee Lamb as well. I ain't worried about Christian Watson. Y'all better be worried about CeeDee Lamb. Our offensive line, we got 3 all-pros up front. Our defense, you already know who Micah Parsons is. You already know who DeMarcus Lawrence is. Throw it outside of Bland. Yeah, you might get a couple catches here and there, but he gonna come back with 2 or 3 picks. Try bump and run Stephon Gilmore. Come on, we got players too. I'm not saying we're gonna blow out the Packers because we're not. It might be a close game. The spread is 7.5. You better go money line, whoever you think gonna win, because it's gonna be a close game. But I keep seeing these narratives that the Packers is hot, the Packers is good. We're good too. We got 9 first team all-pro. We got 9 all-pro players, second seed. Come on now. So it's gonna be a good game. Obviously, I got my squad coming out on top. I got the Cowboys going to the Super Bowl. And I'm not being biased. I think the final 2 teams in each conference is going to be the Bills versus the Ravens. And I got us versus the Rams. That's the final 4. We beat the Rams once. Why can't we beat them again? And I honestly think the Bills might upset the Ravens. So I think it might be Bills, Cowboys, Super Bowl. This is my prediction. But let's go ahead and get into the NFL playoff game predictions this weekend. Right? So we got Browns, Texans. I think the Browns got it. Yes, Houston offense is on fire. CJ Stroud is going to be nice. He is nice. But the Browns defense is nasty. And CJ Stroud is still young. He's a rookie. Joe Flacco, even though CJ Stroud is probably a better talent, Joe Flacco has been there. He has experience. He knows what's going on. No lights for Joe Flacco is too bright. He won a Super Bowl before. He's been in the league for 30 years. The lights might be too bright for CJ Stroud. Your first playoff game in the NFL as a rookie, that could be a little scary. I got the Browns. Dolphins, Chiefs. It's going to be cold in Kansas City. Miami, they're a fast team. They used to the heat. And I don't see Pat Mahomes going out in the first round. Tyreek Hill might do his thing. Don't see him beating the Chiefs. I'm taking the Chiefs. Packers, Cowboys, I think we win maybe by 3-4 points. Steelers, Bills. Bills. Who's the Steelers quarterback? Mason Rudolph? Against Bills? No. Taking the Bills. Rams, Lions. This is the upset. I got the Rams taking over. I got the Rams taking down the Lions. I got the Rams. Man, listen. Rams, they can throw it. They can run it. And they got Aaron Donald. Rams over Lions, easy. The Eagles, Bucks, this is probably the hardest game. I want to say Bucks because I'm a Cowboy fan. I'm going to keep it real with you. I want to say Bucks because I'm a Cowboy fan. I don't see the Eagles losing to the Bucks. You think the Eagles going to lose to a Baker Mayfield-led team? I know the Eagles been looking garbage lately. They still going to beat the Bucks. The Bucks? The only way the Bucks beat the Eagles is if Slayer isn't healthy and they got Bradbury out there on Mike Evans, then the Bucs might win. But other than that, I really can't see the Eagles losing to the Bucs. Comment below your thoughts. Those are my first round NFL playoff game predictions. Comment below yours. And that's going to do it, man. Nice quick episode of playoffs this weekend. We got to get ready. I am nervous. I'm keeping it real. But I got us. I got us. Straight like that. I got us. Comment below your pre-game predictions in each game. Comment below who you think makes it to the Super Bowl. And like I said earlier in the video, comment below your favorite team and your top 5 players that you're most confident in heading into the playoffs. But Day in the Life of a Cowboy Fan, episode 10. If you made it this far, go ahead and drop a like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, the podcast, and I'll see you guys next time.